Hello and welcome back. In this video, we will be embracing creativity inspired by Leonardo da Vinci and many others. Leonardo da Vinci, a true genius, was not a divine recipient of some sort of supernatural talents, but instead it was self-taught. An ambitious individual who achieved greatness through his relentless curiosity and unique approach to creativity. His ability to combine imagination, intellect, observation with fantasy allowed him to make unexpected leaps that others were not making, create his great masterpieces that no one else could envision. And while Leonardo's quirks and unfinished projects made him more relatable and accessible, there are valuable lessons we can learn from in his life that can apply to our own creative journey. First and foremost, we must cultivate curiosity as Leonardo did, being patiently curious about everything around us. Just like, for instance, Albert Einstein, who opened up endless possibilities for learning and discovery. Seek knowledge for its own sake, even if it may not have immediate practical benefit and value. Expand your horizons that foster deeper understanding of the world. Take a moment to not only smell the flowers, but to see all sides of those flowers. It may help to retain this childlike sense of wonder and think about what it was like when we were a child, or to observe what our children do as inspiration. Constantly observing the surroundings around us with a keen eye is important, as Leonardo did, allowing us to tap into that creative potential. It's about mindfulness of these observations. Leonardo's method, startling with different details, offers another lesson. Taking notes at every step of observation with meticulous recording and retaining information enables us to develop a comprehensive understanding of our subject. It could be through sketching, documenting moments, talking about the feelings certain things are invoking in us. By starting with this level of detail and building on multiple levels of detail upon them, we can delve deeper into our creative pursuits. By starting with detail and observation of the world, we begin to see Leonardo's ability to see the unseen. To think visually highlights the importance of using our imagination to bridge this gap between the abstract concept and the tangible creations. So it's through this meticulous observation, this continuous observation of multiple levels, color, lines, texture, feelings, emotions, all the different senses, and at even different angles, gives this ability for us to see the unseen so we can make it visual and tangible. Other ways that Leonardo may inspire us and help us in this practice of evaluating our creativity is this notion of going down rabbit holes. We often think of distractions as being bad, but in fact, they offer a sense of wonder, excitement, maybe even ease our mind, and a source of diverse inputs. And we could see this as procrastinating intelligently, or an unconventional approach, but effective, employed by Leonardo. Allowing ourselves to explore and to go on tangents, follow new ideas for bits of time will allow us to create new ideas, and even what might be seen as unrelated at first, to make abstractions to something relatable, and then to bring it down tangibly. It's also about respecting our minds and changing our minds and perception to new information. It starts to break down those mental models and barriers that we have that we can't see outside of our bubble, outside of our fishbowl, because of those mental models, because of those barriers. And it's through this rabbit hole experience, through this relentlessly curious approach that allows us to hack and go beyond those barriers. Now, Leonardo's pursuit of perfection while also recognizing when something is good enough. I'm not sure there is a perfect, but there has to be a balance between striving for excellence and knowing when to let go, to not have attachment to what we're doing, to realize, and you've seen it already, when you put something down, an email, an essay, a book, a drawing, a model, and then you come back to it, you see it in a new light. It's important to build that into our repertoire, into our process, into our daily habits and practices and our creative ability. Thinking beyond our current capabilities and embracing fantasies also enables us to push these boundaries and transcends limitations. This is another hack, maybe using metaphors and analogies. When we introduce the notion of fantasy, we open the realm of what's possible and close the door to judgment, close the door to limitations that we currently have. We can see this in a lot of the products that we've experienced over the recent history. The notion of going, traveling in space, wearables, even the modern day AI. Collaborating with others is another tool that will help us in sharing ideas, as Leonardo did, emphasizing the importance of collective creativity and the power of collaboration. It pushes the notion from the creative genius out for more diverse inputs, for diverse outputs. So taking notes of this is important. Taking notes of what you observe, making lists of what you see in our lives, preserving these ideas into tangible forms in various ways of prototyping, drawing, sketching, even note taking and outlining, or practicing your speeches. Just as Leonardo's notebook have inspired us for many centuries, ensure that our creative thoughts and reflections can transcend time, continue to inspire future generations. At a recent visit to the Dali Museum, you can see Leonardo's work and his sketchbook and how they inform us today of how to be better innovators, how to be better visionaries, how to break down those walls. So by embracing Leonardo's approach of combining art, science, technology, imagination, by fostering a culture of curiosity, questioning, imagination, we can unleash our own reflective, creative power, and like the great master himself, make an impact in our world and those we serve.